We got the in-state rivals inside Thompson Bowling Arena. Welcome to Knoxville, Vanderbilt, and Tennessee for the 203rd time. Glad you're with us. Dane Bradshaw, Kevin Fitzgerald with you. This place is ready to go. Two teams, Dane. They are in the upper echelon of the SEC. Tennessee 8-3. You see they're just a couple of games behind Auburn. Vanderbilt, this is Jerry Stackhouse's best team, 5-6 in league play. Rewind it back to January 18th. This was a gritty, grinded out, arduous battle at Memorial Gymnasium. Dane, where there's smoke, there's fire. There's a whole lot of smoke, a lot of John. Jerry Stackhouse getting in there.
It was like the rivalry reborn, and there were 4 technical fouls called on just this one play. The chippiness was there, the physicality. It was aggressiveness throughout the entire game. This is a new Stackhouse team with a new attitude, but with the heroics of Sakai Ziegler late, he would ice the game at the free throw line. This Commodore team is here to demand respect. They've been doing it recently, and now they have a chance for revenge on the road in Thompson Bowling Arena.
And you're right, they are playing with much more courage and confidence of late. They've won 3 out of 4, including a win against, at the time, a ranked LSU team last Saturday. Meanwhile, Tennessee still in the top 25. The prosperous year continues. They've gone 6-1 over the last 7 since that Kentucky loss. One of the best defensive teams in the nation. These Vanderbilt players, they are hungry though, because look at that top bullet. They haven't beaten this team since 2017. Jordan Wright was talking to reporters this week. He said, I want this team. I've been here for a few years. That is the attitude of a lot of these Vandy players today.
Well, this is a better Vanderbilt team than Tennessee faced before, but same for the opposite. This is a Tennessee team that has found their shooting stroke as of late. They have been lights out from the three-point line.
Man, speaking of elbows, there have been fans like throwing some elbows just to say hello to the mayor sitting next to me, Dane Bradshaw. About to call a couple cylinder fouls over here. Meanwhile, here we go, Vanderbilt with the giveaway just a few seconds in. Tennessee in those home whites. This is their starting 5. Kennedy Chandler, one of the best freshman point guards in the nation. Brandon Huntley Hatfield makes his 2nd straight start for the injured Olivier Kamwa. A critical blow. He was lost for the season earlier this year. And the freshman nails the 15-footer.
Well, he doesn't lack confidence. He'll shoot it from mid-range. He'll post you up. He'll get spoon feeds. Great start for 2 and white, just like he did on the road at Starkville.
So this is how Jerry Stackhouse counters with his starting 5. This unit, Dane, it's healthy, it's whole for the first time seemingly all year. Scottie Pippen Jr. does that just about better than anyone in the country. He gets to the free throw line, and he's got 2 a minute in.
Yeah, he is 5th best in the nation at getting himself to the free throw line. And rule number 1, when you're playing against Scottie Pippen Jr., is do not foul. Easier said than done. Pippen gets himself to the line early.
Scottie, father, Scottie, you know his background, 6-time NBA champion. The junior, Dane, is one of the more prolific scorers in the nation. Close to 19 points per game. Well, he's so clever, he's crafty, whether he's around the basket or right there on a step-back jumper.
Oh, and he's got Chapman, 3 and black, in his backcourt now, who's hadn't been healthy all season, but when Pippen can play off the ball some as opposed to just primary ball handler, even more dangerous.
Yeah, that is the veteran 60-year senior out of Dayton. Off the missed 3, Huntley Hatfield with the offensive rebound. Uroš Plavšić was calling for it. The freshman going to work on Miles Stute. Keeps that pivot foot. Stute might have tipped it on the way out.
Well, that's a good matchup for Vanderbilt, though. They're smaller than Tennessee right now. I think Stute can hold his own guarding the 4 despite being less in size.
And I think the energy in this building, it's palpable. I think the attitudes of both of these teams, you can feel it. 9 straight Tennessee wins over Vandy. There's Scottie Pippen Jr. with his 2nd basket. And for 19 last time out. Should be a good one today. Santiago Vescovi. He is the noted marksman. Got it.
He's so good from 3-point range. 3.5 a game. That's tops in league play. Often it's that sidestep that you just saw there. He'll pump fake instead of going to the rack, sidestep, triple.
You can't even give him that little tiny sliver of space. You're right, he makes about 3 triples a game. Vanderbilt playing its best basketball maybe during the entire Jerry Stackhouse era. Quentin Malora-Brown got his hands on the Pippen miss. Plavsic running the floor, fouled, and Wright is whistled for his first personal. 2 free throws coming for the Serbian.
Well, we talked about Pippen, how smart he is. Defender gets caught on the screen. Instead of attacking, he just pulls up. And then this time, Vescovi, I talked about the sidestep. He's so good at just going laterally to get open from three-point land. He is a marksman, and he has gotten better as the season has gone on. A lot to be said for the conditioning that he did in the offseason to get himself in this position.
Hey, it's one thing when a teammate sets a screen, another thing when a 7-footer's freeing you up. Plavsic, that wide body. Well, does that not seem to be the way things are trending for Tennessee offensively in general? Scoring well, very efficient on the offensive end, right?
Yeah, and I think their best lineup might not be their starting lineup. It's when Ziegler comes off the bench, and we'll get to that later, where James can move to the 4. They're playing really well 1 through 4.
Vanderbilt breaks the press nicely right into the lane. Rodney Chapman wants the 3. Almost got the roll. Plavsic with the rebound. Out of traffic. The lead feed to Chandler, and it's off his fingertips. Rick Barnes, he loves Kennedy Chandler for the attitude, the effort that he brings to the table every day. In 7th season now as a head man, there's one thing that Coach Barnes demands from players like Chandler and others: you better play defense. This team is one of the best defensive teams in the nation.
And if you asked him right now, he'd also demand catch the ball with 2 hands. That's just too careless of a catch attempt by Chandler. Got to get back on deep.
Studi attacks Jordan Wright. Noted scorer himself. He goes for nearly 13 a game. That was tipped out of bounds, and Vanderbilt inbounds underneath the hoop.
Well, Josiah James is such a versatile defender. He can guard 1 through 5, and that time just the quick reaction gets the block.
Or the junior, so versatile. How about the ovation, the crowd reaction for the man that you just mentioned, the freshman Sakai Ziegler, into the game for the first time. He has earned his minutes and the respect that he's been getting.
Yeah, he's a fan favorite for a reason. His toughness and aggressiveness.
Pippen back to the line, and that's another foul on Vescovi.
Well, you can gain a reputation as a fouler, and you can also gain a reputation for somebody who draws fouls, and Pippen has done just that. Gets Vescovi, who goes from point A to point B, and that's a foul. When you're leaning in to the opponent's space, they're going to take advantage of it.
Well, Steven Anderson sharing probably a lot of that with, or a variation of that with Vescovi. Good officiating crew, by the way. It's Anderson, Joe Lindsay, Rob Rourke today. This is how Vanderbilt has carved a niche on that end of the floor. Look at the numbers. They make about 15 free throws a game. That's second best in the conference. Hector, top 15 in the nation at just getting to the line. That free throw rate thing is just how often are you drawing whistles and getting to the line? Yeah,
and certainly led by Pippen, but this is an aggressive Vanderbilt team that's starting to get an identity offensively, and they have a ton of confidence right now.
You don't want to foul Pippen. You also don't want to give the ball back to Vanderbilt after a missed free throw, so they've got another possession. That might have been a travel or a jump ball. It's a traveling violation. He got it twice, not that time, so ball back to Tennessee. Well, he is just such a clever scorer. Jerry Stackhouse, now in his 3rd season, he told the story this offseason. He went out to Los Angeles, talked to Scottie Pippen Jr., said, hey, I need you back on this team for us to be successful this year. And Scottie was pretty adamant. He said, hey, Jerry's giving me the chance to ball here. I wasn't going to betray him. He, of course, has returned for his junior season. And Jerry, his team, they're playing the best basketball, I think, in his tenure.
Yeah, look, in today's day and age, people understand why you transfer, but they sure do respect it when you stay. Yep. You got to respect Pippen for doing just that.
The former UNC All-American, 18-time NBA pro. There's Fulkerson. Count it.
You want to know why they got such an ovation for Sakai Ziegler? He just makes things happen right away, and he beats Pippen off the dribble. Just a nice job, penetrate pitch. Fulkerson finishes with aggression here, and if he goes up soft, this is just a block going the other way. That's all Fulkerson attacking the rim getting the foul on Malora Brown, who is a key player for Vanderbilt's front court.
It was a very dramatic and one. That was like that Tiger Woods putt, like hanging there on the edge for a second. Vandy has missed their last 3 field goals. Can Studi end the drought? Yes, he can.
And that's what he can do. Best on the team, 42% from deep. You must know where he is around the perimeter.
And a sophomore from Washington, D.C., a quality shooter. Jonas Adu, he has earned his minutes of late. The freshman nails the 18-footer.
Yeah, he was a shooter in high school. Didn't connect on one of those in Starkville, but now with more minutes played, you can see the confidence he has with the outside stroke.
One of the great strengths for the Vols this year, that depth with Kamwa out, Adu steps in. These Vols have a 4-point lead over their in-state rivals after the turnover.
Well, first it's Studi that's going to step beyond the arc here with the triple to keep Vanderbilt in it offensively. And Ziegler to 0 and White showing you the range. Big man stepping up for the Vols.
Fur, you won't faze me. Unlike Zyrtec, Allegra won't make me drowsy.
Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin. So take Allegra before allergy symptoms take over you. And for kids, try allergist-recommended non-drowsy children's Allegra.
Those old shirts smelled as funky as they looked. At Cricket, we re-engineered vintage style. Softer fabrics, modern fits. Old school, done better.
Curology is different from the drugstore brands.
You get the benefit of having a dermatology provider right at your fingertips.
Each custom formula contains 3 active ingredients that work better together.
Curology, made for you, made to work. Try 30 days free at Curology.com.
Butcher Box. We deliver high-quality meat to your door. What happens next is up to you.
Show the world what it means to be an SEC fan at Fanatics.com. The largest assortment of officially licensed SEC fan gear anywhere. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com. Officially licensed everything.
Back inside Thompson Bowling Arena, always a heated environment, atmosphere where the in-state rivals get together. Both of these teams are playing well. In addition to that, he's Dane Bradshaw. My man's back in his old stomping grounds here. Welcome back to Knoxville. Kevin Fitzgerald with you. Tennessee's offense, it's flourished of late. Big reason why they've gone 6-1 over their last 7. Josiah Jordan-James, he's a big reason why that's happened, hasn't it?
No question. We talked about how versatile he is as a defender, but offensively early in the season, he kind of became one-dimensional. What's changed over the last 4 games is that he's doing much more than just shooting from the perimeter. You see how aggressive he's been at the rim. Look at this attacking, getting the and-one, seeking the contact out. He's also shown you how good he is at the mid-range. I mean, this guy can be a 3-level scorer. He is such a gifted athlete. As soon as you take all that away, don't forget he's got the 3 ball. And take a look at this. When I'm talking about settling from the perimeter, it's real. This was a guy that over 80% of his field goal attempts were from 3 in the first 18 games. And look at the percentages that came with it. Last 4 games, only 47% of shots have been beyond the arc. As a result, you see better shooting percentages across the board. He's been the key to this Tennessee offense starting to flourish, as you said.
Well, and then what's the reason why? Why is he kind of just not defaulting as much to just the 3 and attacking?
Well, a lot of it is just pump fake, don't settle for 3. And I think now when he's seeing those results, obviously that motivates him not to settle from the perimeter, which is something this Tennessee team can do a little bit of. But with him at the 4-man, boy, he is a tough cover when he's doing that.
This terrific Tennessee era and season continues. The Ziegler floater is offline. Liam Robbins, he's the 7-footer in just his 3rd game on the floor. 17-6, 8-3 overall, 3rd place in the SEC. Have been ranked all year. What do we got? 9 Q1 and Q2 victories. That's a lot. Rodney Chapman off balance. Jay Fulkerson now at the rebound. Look how quickly they push. Adu is open momentarily. Robbins cut him off. Josiah Jordan-James, here he is, wants the three, down and out. There's a foul on Vanderbilt, and it goes against Chapman. So it stays here.
Again, this continues to be a big lineup for Tennessee, so Vanderbilt is going to have to box out. They got Chapman on a hold here. So we get the nice above the rim cam, and good call. From here, it looked like it might have been an over the back, but Joe Lindsay all over it. He's been around a while. You're not going to trick him with that hold.
And now you give him props. You know, when he was officiating your games in this building, he used to yell. I mean, you're chirping at him all the time. Come on.
I was Chapman back in my day.
Ziegler pulls it. That's good. Zakai Ziegler.
If you're going to be short in this league, you got to be able to shoot the three, and he has continued to get better as the season's gone on from deep.
Both of these teams very capable from deep. Tennessee has 3 triples. They have a steal. Vescovi. James, the head fake, the drive, the reverse to back out to Ziegler. Another? He's got 3 free throws after the whistle.
So we've seen the young freshman from New York come in the game. Immediately he gets an assist for an and one to Fulkerson. Then he shows you the triple, as we'll see right here, where he's just shooting the ball with so much confidence. And then he forces the turnover on one of the best ball handlers in the league, Scottie Pippen. He pokes it away, creates this opportunity. When he comes in the game, good things happen. Rick Barnes loves this kid, as do the fans.
Maybe the most determined, toughest man in the SEC. Grew up on Long Island, Ronkonkoma. Discovered at the Peach Jam just last summer. It's amazing. How is the confidence and the toughness evolved in just, what, 23 games?
Well, he knows where he came from, and he doesn't want to go back. He is excited for this opportunity. He's got a chip on his shoulder.
Look at this.
If you want an inspiring article, look at Mike Wilson from the Knox News on what he wrote on this Rags to Riches story.
Now count the basket. That's going to be a goaltend. Adu with terrific effort, but it hit the window. And smart there of Vanderbilt to push after the save.
Yeah, they'll be opportunistic in transition, and Jordan Wright's a guy that's been so consistent for the Commodores. We've talked a lot about Vescovi's conditioning for Tennessee. The same can be said for Wright. He's lost 20 pounds and has himself in elite shape.
A junior from Baton Rouge, second leading scorer on this roster. Really reliable this year for Jerry Stackhouse. Fulkerson fades over Studi. That didn't touch rim.
It's the quick decisions that Barnes wants out of Fulkerson. That time, no hesitation with the high release money.
154 career games. I think at this point, he knows the drill down there. Now Robbins, he's a vicious shot blocker. He's trying to get his footing underneath him on the offensive end. Right drive and kick. Studi capable from out there. There's Justin Powell into the game. The sophomore transfer from Auburn has the rebound. Ziegler initiates the offense. James on the pull-up. Adu very active. Let's see if Vanderbilt can string a couple of baskets together. Just snapped a 7-0 Tennessee run, but still down 9. That matchup in mid-January was rough and tumble. It was close throughout.
Well, Pippen wants it back. They have 2 mismatches. I mean, they had 7'4" Robbins guarded by Ziegler, and then they had the center on Pippen. Vanderbilt unable to find either one.
Right there, that's exactly what Robbins was just saying to Wright on the baseline. Vanderbilt 3 of 8 from the field on this side of the floor. You see Huntley Hatfield, the freshman, just checked back in. Again, even without Kamwa, boy, this is a really deep rotation that Rick Barnes has. First minutes off the bench for Gabe Dorsey. Doesn't play very often. Draws the foul.
Yeah, good job there by Dorsey. Not so good by Powell. You have to stay down on the pump fakes for Vanderbilt.
And so Jerry Stackhouse, he pulls Dorsey off the bench for the first time since January 22nd. That was when Vandy played Florida that day. It's been a few weeks.
Well, this is a guy that can shoot it from 3, but hasn't been able to find it. Just 2 of 21 in his freshman season, but broke a high school record, 184 three-point makes, so you know he's got it in him. Just a matter of finding his confidence and rhythm offensively.
Went with 2 swirls the basketball there in his palms. The second time it works. So that's his first made free throw of the year. 8-point game in Knoxville. A couple hours separate these two campuses. Robbins, he almost picked Ziegler's pocket. That's like a role reversal there. Now Huntley Hatfield faces up on Terran Frank. Huntley Hatfield was in all sorts of trouble. And Vandy comes away with the turnover. That's the second giveaway for the Vols. And they're pretty good at taking care of the basketball. They're terrific at disrupting teams on this end. Frank has to do something. He was trying to find Thomas on a pass. Instead, offensive foul. That's Victor Bailey Jr. who just checked in, and he draws the foul. Come off the bench and make a contribution this way. A little offensive charge. Looking like Dave Bradshaw out here.
Yeah, if you want more PT, take a charge. Bailey gets in the mix there. I'm not sure he got right in front of him. Gets the call anyway.
The SEC taught us that no matter how hard you work, victory is never guaranteed. But fighting to get back up every single time you get knocked down is the only way to turn a setback into a comeback. Regions, official bank of the SEC.
Every day I work hard and eat what's right for me. Isn't that right, Frank? Frank's my goat. No alarms tell me when to snack. Nice try, Kevin. I don't care about posts and likes. I mean, who am I like? Missed a spot. He always does. So my advice? Stop looking for advice. And if you want to grab a snack, grab a snack. Who's hungry?
Down on the Bayou in 1971, Collis Temple Jr. became LSU's first black varsity basketball player. As a senior, Temple earned first-team All-SEC honors. A member of the LSU basketball team of the century, he was inducted into the LSU Athletics Hall of Fame in 2017. Two of Temple's sons, Collis III and Garrett, followed in his footsteps and played basketball for the Tigers. SEC Network honors Collis Temple Jr. and celebrates Black history always.
Another packed house for Vandy and Tennessee. 202 times they've gotten together before this one. Tennessee with a sizable lead. They've won 9 straight in this series. Last time Vandy beat the Vols 5 years ago. Look, Tennessee, another prosperous season, 6-1 over their last 7 games, 8-3 in conference. Some terrific out-of-conference wins like against Arizona and North Carolina. Dane, they've been known for their suffocating defense. They're perfect in this building. Trajectory, it's looking good right now for this team.
And the computers love Tennessee. Even when they were Jekyll and Hyde a little bit offensively, they were still top 25 and ranking high amongst the Ken Palms of the world in the net rankings. But it really hasn't been until as of late, to me, that they've started to look the part and the eye test of a true Sweet 16 type team. And they've gotten that offensive rhythm now. You see the number of three-point attempts, over 26 a game, which if that holds would be a program record for three-point attempts. But you don't want to just break a record for three-point attempts. You better be making some. And they're now starting to connect, which is more important than firing away.
You just saw Olivier Kamwa a moment ago. He is lost for the season, Dan, a starter. And he was giving Tennessee up nearly 10 points a game. Terrific rebounder. Vescovy draws the foul. Now that's a critical loss the remainder of the year.
And out of all the 5 men Tennessee has, I believe Kamwa had the highest ceiling and was making the most progress throughout the season. And Kevin, he was the one guy that could step out and shoot the 3. So now from a spacing standpoint, that hurts you on the offensive end. A solid defender as well. Just a shame to see him go out, but because his best basketball was being played, you felt like was ahead of him for the rest of the season. They do have depth at that position, so it's not a season killer, but you got to think it's going to be by committee at the 5 spot to try to replace a guy like Kamwa.
And even still, Tennessee heading in the right direction. This rise, the ascension, the rise, it looks like. Let's see if you get this one. Ayumu Hirano in Beijing. Half gold medal, half pipe run. He's getting some big air. That's a deep one. That's a tough,
all you.
That's a tough one. You know, that would be that's a tough one there. Kind of going deep into the reference book. Big triple for Vandy. Back to a 6-point game with 11 minutes to go. Good look inside. And a foul. Victor Bailey Jr. draws the personal.
They will run set plays for the sophomore from Ontario. Trey Thomas is a shooter. You better find him. Out of 130 shots he's taken this year, 101 have been 3 coming into the game. So you have to run him off the 3-point line and know where he is.
Well, you talked about this week with Chapman now healthy. That allows Thomas to really play his true position. That is a shooter. That is the off-ball 2 guard in a sense. Meanwhile, Bailey at the line.
Yeah, Chapman, look, this is a guy that's only averaging 7 and 3. So you say, all right, what's the big deal? Vanderbilt is 7 and 2 when Rodney Chapman plays. They're 6 and 8 when he's out of the lineup. So 3 and black does so many things. They're going to move him to the 2 right now, but that just allows Thomas and him to play together and run off screens and try to get Thomas the ball. And I guarantee you, with that NBA background of Jerry Stackhouse, Thomas just made a 3. They're going to run a play for him right now for a 3.
Shuffled the feet. Rick Barnes is letting Rob Rourke know about it. Shot clock draining. Robbins improvising. Baseball feed to the corner. And it looked like Dorsey was out of bounds. His heel was on the end line there.
Yeah, just no rhythm there offensively. Once Tennessee took away the initial set, Vanderbilt just broke down offensively. And part of that is just the chemistry that they're going to have to regain while trying to put the big man Liam Robbins into the lineup, get him more minutes after having not played for the first part of the season.
And now some dubious numbers. That's 6 turnovers for Vandy, plus Tennessee's in the bonus for the final 10:30 now this half. Chandler watched that spring out. Offensive rebound of Vescovi. Plavcic, as he spin back, hands off, James! What a sledgehammer! Plavcic was waiting for the cutter. And it was the junior from Charleston, South Carolina.
We talked about James. He no longer hides at the 3-point line. You want evidence? How about this? On your head. I got me a footer. In fact, all 7'4". Wrong place, wrong time. Josiah James with the finish.
That's a 7-footer. A vicious throwdown for James's first field goal. Halfway mark of the first. And Tennessee has extended this lead to 9. Pippen trying to go to work. He has not had much space to operate. Right now with the leaner off the window. Frank couldn't get his hand on it. Here's Chandler. He is quick, sometimes a blur in transition. Powell freed up by the Plavcic screen. And there's Plavcic again. He got his hand on it. Chandler hesitated, lets it fly from deep. Scottie Pippen now pushing.
It just seems like Tennessee's been the aggressor in this first half. We've seen Stackhouse animated in huddles during timeouts. Vanderbilt playing on their heels. That's not the way this Stackhouse team has played this season, what's got them top 10 in the SEC standings.
They could use that one, Chapman.
You're right, they sure could. This is a guy not necessarily known for his 3-point shooting, but did have 6 of them last Saturday against LSU. Nice shot there in the corner.
And so they're 3 of 6 from deep. Meanwhile, Vescovi behind the back, little flashy move. Now he's got it from 3. He can hit this. And he does! A second triple for the Uruguayan.
Well, just good ball movement there. Tennessee now 7 assists on 8 made baskets. That's a recipe of disaster if you're the opponent. Tennessee is at their best when they're sharing the ball. You must make them put it on the deck and play one-on-one if you want to win.
No surprise. You can see they lead the SEC, bottom right in assists per game, top 10 of the country in that assist rate category. All right, Vanderbilt searching on this end, late clock. Frank from 18. That's pure.
Well, not necessarily how they drew it up, but it'll work for Vanderbilt.
Heck, that was almost from 20, basically a step inside the three-point arc. Plopchich, that's good, off the window. And so Tennessee getting scoring from seemingly everywhere.
Yeah, the second chance points now 9-1. That's what has Coach Stackhouse so upset over there on the sidelines. Finish the defensive possession with the rebound.
I said that earlier today to us. The rebounding is going to be critical. Now Chapman on this end. Back-to-back threes for Rodney Chapman.
They can shoot it, but the message to the Commodores is we can't trade buckets. You got to defend, get consecutive stops, get this lead in check.
Here's a steal, just a giveaway straight to Pippen. He can get the whistle here, and Chandler this time says, I'll give you 2, not 3. And Scottie Pippen Jr., the all-SEC guard with 7 to lead all Vandy scores back to a 4-point game.
That was just so good, being able to shield off the defender in the open court. He is really talented.
Chandler behind the back. Thomas went tumbling. Now Powell in the corner. Chapman saying, everybody run. Chapman a step back 3. He wanted 3 in a row. Couldn't hit it. And a loose ball foul on Vanderbilt. So free throws for the Vols and we return.
Vescovi with a little bit of everything. A few possessions ago, how about the dime behind the back, the ball fake? And he says, I'm not done yet. If you're not going to score it, I will. Sharing the basketball here at Knoxville, Tennessee. Vescovi, one of the best in the league, knocking it down.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if Auto Owners makes sense for you.
Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
When I was a little boy growing up, unfortunately, my dad had trouble holding a job. As a result, there were times when bills went unpaid, money was tight, and even our home was lost. Most Americans live paycheck to paycheck. When someone has a workers' compensation claim and is out of work, their families often suffer. The taste of desperation I experienced as a child guides me today to help our workers' compensation clients. I've been there. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Ever checked your credit score and wondered, now what? Wallet Hub cuts through the clutter and makes things simple. It shows you how to save money, stay on top of your credit, and even improve your credit score if you need to. So go to wallethub.com and sign up for free. You'll see your recommended action plan. Follow it, improve your score, and start getting better deals on your credit cards and loans. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Go to wallethub.com and sign up for free.
These Vanderbilt Commodores, they've got 4 of their last 4 from the field. They have made it a 4-point game again. Just a salute to the fight for this Commodores team. Dan, they've won 3 out of 4. They're playing their best basketball of the season. Now, offensively, a bit more fluidity, harmony. It's a united group. You can see they've shot 46% from the field their last 4. They're making their threes, and Jerry Stackhouse said it. In particular to Scottie Pippen, look, when this team is whole and healthy, less pressure on his shoulders, He was outlining that to you yesterday.
Yeah, and I think even bigger than those numbers is the mentality of this team. And I've been on both sides of it. I've been in a huddle before where it's a play not to lose. When the game gets close, you get nervous and you're like, oh boy, here we go again. And I think that's what this Vanderbilt team has had because they experienced so much losing, but not this season. When the game gets going and it's down the stretch, even if they've given up some leads, they believe they can close the game out and win. There is a ton of belief and confidence on this Stackhouse team that I haven't seen so far in the Stackhouse era.
Yeah, that's key, just the belief. Jerry's team with a win today. Remember, preseason they were projected to finish 13th in the league. They win today, they're in the top half, so proving a lot of people wrong. We were talking to Rick Barnes. Those guys used to go toe-to-toe when Rick was the head man at Clemson. Jerry spent 2 years as an All-American at UNC. Rick goes, I still remember that reverse dunk he threw down against Duke. That was like one of my favorite plays of that era.
I said, you try to recruit him? He goes, oh no, we weren't getting him.
Kinston, North Carolina man. And when Dean Smith walks in the door for a North Carolina native, that's a hard one to turn down. 5-point lead for Tennessee. His Commodores are trying to put an end to the Tennessee momentum of late. It's not a great look that time by Wright. And it's Tennessee basketball.
Yeah, they have really bothered Jordan Wright with their size and multiple defenders. Wright's a guy that is the second double-digit scorer for Vanderbilt. He gives you 12 a game, and so far he has just not had any clean looks. Whether it's Josiah Jordan-James or that time Meshack gets an opportunity coming off the bench.
There's been a lot of examples of that vexing defense. Meshack, you just referenced, you found Vescovy. Ziegler working off the screen. Fulkerson, just a quick step to the rack. Right-handed layup.
I know this has not been his best season, but he's starting to play better for the Vols. Good showing in Starkville, and you love the quick decision-making there twice now in the first half of Fulkerson.
6th-year senior from Kingsport, Tennessee, the very entrepreneurial John Fulkerson these days. Thomas in the corner. No. Well, just watch not just the ball movement. They settle into a half-court set. A lot of screens on this end of the floor as well. Ziegler! That's impressive. Pippen trying to answer. Leans away, got blocked. Much to the dismay of the crowd and Rick Barnes. Pippen splits, 15-footer, left it short. Good decision, just couldn't convert. Vescovy, Tennessee with some confidence in a 4th gear right now. And there is Jemai Meshack, finds the freshman. Again, look at the passing. Now Ziegler in the paint, close range look. Meshack got it, and the foul! He would not be denied that time. Largest lead of the day for the Vols.
Well, first we're going to show Zakai Ziegler here going to the rack. And I haven't seen a little guy ball like this since Bow Wow and like Mike. I mean, there it is with the one-hand scoop. And then Meshack, who's just a guy that stays ready for his opportunity. We're not going to see it there. That's the Fulkerson. But Meshack at the line didn't play last game. Doesn't hang his head, just waits for his minute when he's called upon. Having a nice showing here in the first half.
Those kicks look a little nicer than Bow Wow's in the movie.
Hey, the skills are the same.
I guess what you
got something magical.
Yeah, I was gonna say what you lacked in quality, you got in superpowers in a sense. Vescovy transition 3, way off. Fulkerson, and shot clock doesn't reset. That one didn't hit the rim. There's the prowess of Vescovy when it comes to passing the basketball. Wow, this place would have gone berserk if that one dropped. 2 free throws for the freshman coming.
Kevin, it's the speed and tempo of Tennessee. They are kicking it ahead. They're swinging the ball, and Vanderbilt is scrambling right now. And Ziegler just puts his head down and attacks, but that drive happened well before the drive. It was the offensive rebound that Vanderbilt's given up way too many of, but the quick movement by Tennessee and Vanderbilt's just trying to close out, recover, close out, recover. They've got to try to get control of this pace of the game, which has favored Tennessee certainly on the offensive end.
Is it just that time of year you see Chandler come back in? So we're into February. Players like Chandler, Ziegler, Plavcic, even some of the older players who have stepped into larger. It's just that time of year where you would think things would get clicking, no?
Yeah, I like Rick Barnes' answer to that earlier this week. He said, well, if you're not starting to have a turning point right now at this point in the season, you're probably not having a very good season. So, but both these teams have certainly done that with Vanderbilt trying to make a name for themselves, but they're getting all they want right now on the road in Knoxville.
9-0 Tennessee run since Vandy cut it back to a 4-point game. They need a bucket. Masek with the hand check. That's just the 4th team foul on Tennessee, so Vandy inbounds when we return. 3:47 to go. Tennessee on both ends. They're starting to overwhelm Vanderbilt. They need a response when we come back.
It's true. Everyone gets a free new Samsung Galaxy S22 with a Galaxy trade-in. Any year, any condition.
Really? Even if my old phone looks like this?
Dude.
Why?
How could you? It's okay, people. I've trained for this.
It's not complicated. Everyone gets a free new Samsung Galaxy S22 with the Galaxy trade-in. Any year, any condition.
Hello, friends. Al Purnell here, the Sausage Man. We've been making the best country sausage in these parts for generations.
For over 80 years, it's been our family's privilege to offer you Purnell's Old Folks Country Sausage, just like my granddaddy made.
And that's the way we still make it, including lean cuts of the whole hog. We make it with Italian season, hot, mild.
Purnell's Old Folks Sausage is proud of its heritage and the family of products it offers.
Pick up Purnell's Old Folks Country Sausage at your favorite store. It's good.
State Farm halftime report coming up. Dari, Patrick, Pat, we will show you how Auburn successfully bounced back in front of the College Game Day crew. Arkansas, the streak is over. Kentucky cruises. What do you see in first half of Tennessee?
The titillating toughness of Tennessee in the first half. Can you believe it?
Alliteration.
I want to ask Dane, who is the best entertainment playing basketball player? Lil Bow Wow, Urkel, or the Fresh Prince?
Hey, I'm going Zakai Ziegler right now, man. I mean, it's just magical. It's like he's got the magic shoes or whatever you want to call it. Then this kid has been absolutely phenomenal, and he's not the first to come down from New York to Knoxville. How about these guys? You talk about some legends, both in the 70s, a couple of those with their jersey in the rafters. Of course, the one and done Tobias Harris and Zakai Ziegler, who came out of nowhere. Bet on himself in the offseason, broke out at the Peach Jam, and golly, you talk about a fan favorite, and rightfully so.
We're talking about New York. Pat Bradley forgot Mr. Shuttlesworth. Ray Allen.
Yeah.
Come on, man. He got game.
And I was trying to search. There's the Kevin Durant one, too, but I forget what the
I think that
it was
one
the
went,
magical jersey or whatever happened. I forget. Thunderstruck.
That one might have been direct to DVD, I think, at the time.
Thunderstruck. I forget what the magical stuff was on it, but nevertheless, I'm going Lil Bow Wow with Zakai Ziegler.
A little magic right now for Tennessee late in the shot clock. And does Chapman realize he does? The heave is way short. He gives a little look to the Tennessee bench. Ziegler for three. Vescovi. Now he might have. Is it going to be a travel or out of bounds?
But if I'm Coach Stackhouse, here's what frustrates me. Yeah, Zakai Ziegler pulls up 1-on-4, and the white jersey still gets the rebound. Yes, he fell out of bounds, but that's where they're losing this game. It is 13-1 on second chance points, and you've got a 13-point lead for Tennessee, so most of that damage is coming on the offensive glass. Expect them to correct that at halftime.
Boy, that is an aggressive drive that time by Jermaine Mann, the sophomore from Hampton, Georgia. He's at the, and again, I do want to salute the alliteration. You know I love a good alliteration from Patrick Young there, so well played.
Patrick Young, I've said it before, the greatest dive for loose ball I've ever seen was right here on this court to my right. The way Tennessee's going currently, Patrick Young dove and saved the game and iced it for the Florida Gators. I was here in person as a Tennessee alum. It was the first time I almost jumped up and cheered for another team while sitting here as a fan. Patrick Young, look up the Patrick Young floor dive, and then he'll kick it off. We got to bring that up in studio for him, Dari. Make him relive that for me.
You're telling people to look up his floor dive. How about, you know, the points that he scored, the defense. I mean, come on.
Look, I can only relate to hustle plays. All that other stuff, all that statistical stuff, I can't relate to. Only hustle plays, man.
After the free throws, 12-point game. Powell, Ziegler, Chandler, James, and Fulkerson. The 5 out there for Tennessee. The freshman in the paint. It's an offensive foul, and Scottie Pippen Jr. stepped in.
But I like the change by Coach Stackhouse. That's the first time they've showed zone to try to slow Tennessee down. So you saw Tennessee become a little bit more stagnant as opposed to the quick ball movement we saw against the man-to-man.
And it draws the second foul on Chandler. He takes a seat, and Jemai Meshack in. There was certainly a lot of physicality, John, in a sense, in that first battle on January 18th. We've seen a little less of that this first half. Stute for 3, puts it in. And Miles Stute, 42% from deep, has hit a second from outside.
He may be the answer for both of those, not only the scoring, but he's the one that can talk a little trash out there, make this a little bit more personal for Vanderbilt.
James the answer, yes! Josiah Jordan James. Pippen so good at slashing and attacking and drawing the whistle. He can get it back to single digits with one more at the line.
Some good action from both teams going back and forth, the triple, then you better get back quick because Pippen Jr. is coming down the lane. See if Josiah Jordan James, and I agree with James, I did not think there was any contact there. Pippen faded away, beautiful shot with the left, but that's a play on.
Well, and they played it on the big screen inside the arena, so the crowd, we got to see it firsthand as well, and that's a loose ball foul against Vanderbilt, so 2 free throws now as Tennessee's in the double bonus coming up. The Vols have hit the line 15 times. They've made 10 free throws, so they're +5 there compared to Vandy. Jerry Stackhouse's team hanging in there. Tennessee has shot nearly 50% from the field. And you can see now +6 at the line. All right, tonight later on, you just heard from the SEC Now team. They will be back to recap the entirety of today's action around the SEC. So really quality hoops. Alabama and Arkansas, that had a pretty flourishing finish. We'll share some highlights, interviews, recaps. That is later tonight after Ole Miss and Mizzou wraps up around 10:30 Eastern.
Still a big week for Arkansas, knocking off #1 Auburn at home. Knew it was going to be tough on the road at Alabama. Arkansas still very much expected to jump into that top 25 next week.
Did you get out of the crowd safely? Did you take the suit to the cleaner? Did you get,
I got it dirty. It was about as close as Alyssa Lang's iPad and cell phone, but we all made it.
After the block, James, no. Tyron Lawrence into the game. Stackhouse going deep down the bench now. He hasn't played sparingly of late. Lawrence, that is. Pippen, boy, he is just so clever around the rim. Now into double figures with 11. 21st time he's scored 10 or more this year.
I thought that could have been an and one more so than the previous play. Good read by Pippen on the smaller defender.
He's 4 out of 7 from the field. He's hit 3 free throws as well. Powell had it knocked free, and Pippen disagrees. That's the first whistle on the junior from L.A.
Josiah Jordan-James going to come over here. Just really good instincts. Rick Barnes gives these guys a lot of freedom. I mean, Yves Pons used to come over, Armani Moore, some of these guys that were either playing the 4 spot or 3 have the freedom to come over, time that. That's where they get a lot of their blocks, is off ball.
Look, he's probably gotten over at this point. I haven't. All defensive teams snubbed last year. Josiah Jordan-James.
Well, he's one of the reasons right now that Vanderbilt doesn't have enough scoring going on, because Jordan Wright, I mentioned, just 2 points in this first half. He does have the 2 personal fouls, but not only does Vanderbilt have to get a little bit more scoring, they're on pace to give up 88 plus, and that's just not going to be good enough to win on the road.
Minute to go till half. 12-point lead for Tennessee. It's led by as many as 13, and they have had Vandy at arm's length away for much of the half. Need a couple of buckets here. And stops. Chapman rises. About a 9-10 second differential between shot and game clock for the Vols. And Rick Barnes uses the timeout. First taken in this opening half. 35.2 to go.
On that pass defensive possession, you see the level of respect Tennessee has for Pippen. Not too many guys can command a double team posted up 18 feet away from the basket. Tennessee brought the double team and said, hey, we're not going to let you go ISO in the post with us, whether it's deep or on the wing. And they're going to try to make others beat them.
Yeah, Pippen, the lone Commodore in double figures. He has 11. Next closest man, that's Chapman and Studi with 6.
This is a guard in Vanderbilt that has 32 against Kentucky and then came back and scored 33 on them. So if you can do it against Kentucky and at Rupp, you can certainly bring it on the road to Thompson-Boling Arena. Pippen Jr. is a star.
More than 1,200 points in a little more than 2.5 seasons now. You're right, the 3 30-point games, just a bona fide bucket getter. He says, it's not just Dad that I get the text from post-game and pre-game. They got a great relationship. They talk hoops all the time. But he goes, I'm going to have some texts from little bro, Justin, who's out at Sierra Canyon right now in his sophomore season, poised to do some big things at the next level as well. Ziegler. James, aggressive, hangs. 16 seconds to go. Lawrence with the board. Pippen calls the timeout. Yep, he was waiting to get across the half-court line, and with 12.5, Jerry Stackhouse uses the use it or lose it, as they say. Well, this is what I think a lot of folks have realized. Stackhouse, he says, I want an ATO like Doug Collins used to, who was very good at it back in the day, but he is good at these scenarios, drawing things up. 12.5 to go.
He really is great at this and on the fly. Things that they practice, but also adjustments mid-game. This is a big possession. You come out of this with a made 3, get some of that momentum at halftime and say, guys, that was not our best basketball. We're still only down 9. Big play here if they want to climb back in this in the second half.
Vandy hasn't defeated this Tennessee team in 5 years. They've lost 9 straight to their in-state rivals. Sooner or later, you got to win one to keep that thing going. 12-point game, and Pippen will inbound it. Is there a side of the floor in these scenarios you'd like to be on? It's almost, I'm sure the players have some say in that. Oh, that's a tough break. Well, we'll never know.
Yeah.
So ball back to Tennessee.
And when you have one of your better passers taking the ball out, you feel confident about the execution. Just unable to on that one. And now to the flip side, talk about the importance of this. You certainly don't want to give up a basket and have a 4 or 5 point swing here to close out the half.
Largest lead for Tennessee was 13. Ziegler, 5 seconds. This is James going to work, pulls up, hangs, no. The tip. Halftime. Tennessee shoots 45% from the field, and yeah, they ate Vanderbilt up on the glass at times. They hang 44 up on their in-state rivals. We'll go to the SEC Now crew in just a moment. Now to Charlotte. Here's Dory.
Gentlemen, thank you. We welcome you into the State Farm Halftime Report. Patrick Young, Pat Bradley with me here. Tennessee up 12 right now. Obviously, Vanderbilt, we know offensively, it's a team that is capable of getting back in this thing in the second half, especially with a Scottie Pippen Jr. But what's Tennessee done that's best so far?
Well, right now, they are 14-19 from the free throw line, which is really just flip the script because Vanderbilt is the team that relies on getting to the free throw line 5 out of 9. We know Tennessee's defense is so special because they understand angles. They don't allow you to get in the lane. It's like a shell. They force you to make deep threes and tough twos, and they don't foul you. They're not going to bail you out. So that's what I take out of Tennessee, man, is like they're a good three-point shooting team. They've averaged 11 three-point makes in their last 3 games, 11 a game.
Yeah.
Tonight they did from the free throw line. So they can beat you either way.
Yeah, I mean, when you're looking at the numbers here, and we obviously can see that it's a 12-point game, say, oh, both teams are shooting around 40%. Both teams are shooting around 36%. Then the numbers here is looking at the free throw line, 14 free throws or 19 taken versus
only
9.
The paint,
and it's like, what does that mean? It means that Tennessee is overwhelming Vanderbilt with their toughness. To say, hey, we're not just going to try to settle for three-point baskets. We're going to attack the rim. And what I love about it, and I always love talking about this kid, is Zakai Ziegler, a guy that's been such a late signing, his senior year, coming and making this commitment, scoring 8 points off the bench for Tennessee here right now.
4 assists as well for Ziegler at this point as Tennessee is halfway to a 10th straight win over Vanderbilt. How about Arkansas on the road at Alabama? Arkansas comes in red hot. They've won 9 in a row, 2-point game. Chris Likes drives, kicks it out to J.D. Note, and the Hogs up for the first time in the second half. Note 12 points for the SEC's leading scorer, Noah Gurley. Look at it, just banging inside.
2 huge buckets at the end of that game. He delivered for him.
And then the free throw, Alabama misses it. Last chance for the Hogs. Half-court heave does not go. And Alabama with a big home win, snapping the Hogs' 9-game winning streak.
You need to get a defensive rebound. I mean, they killed us on the offensive boards. We couldn't rebound. Way too many second chance points late in the game. You know, we had to guard them without fouling. We fouled them too much. And then if we could have just taken care of the ball on offense, we were getting what we wanted without a turnover. But you know, we didn't do a great job on either end in particular aspects and still found a way to win. So our guys are figuring out. You know, we were fortunate enough that Note only played 23 minutes, you know, with foul trouble. So, you know, we caught a break there for sure.
He did. He did. He got in foul trouble early. This was not Note's best game by any stretch. You look at the bench, 29-8 in favor of Alabama's bench over Arkansas's bench.
Yeah, I just look at this game, and both coaches are going to say, oh, man, there are so many things that we could have done better. Alabama obviously taking better care of the ball. Arkansas needs to take a page out of the book of Tennessee right now when it comes to scoring off of the offensive rebounds. Tennessee has scored 13 points off of 8 offensive rebounds in the first half. Arkansas had 21 offensive rebounds and only scored 10 points. So the opportunities were there, but credit to Coach Oates for putting that diamond in one on J.D. Note.
That was it, man.
Not allowing him to heat up in that game. Jalen Williams played his behind off, but Alabama came away with it.
I really thought that was a difference. It allowed that diamond in one, allowed Charles Bediako. It's like, you know, boxing one, diving on. They just flipped it so Charles Bediako could play right under the rim. And what that did was forced Arkansas to shoot 36%. Right at the rim, 9 to 26. That's a high percentage.
Not good.
That's not a high percentage.
36% on layups and
on
dunks.
layups and dunks.
Not
0 for 2 on dunks.
How about, that's really not good. All right, straight ahead. Auburn, number 1 in the land, of course, lost their last game. National stage game day was there. You'll see how they were able to bounce back against a struggling Aggie team.
See, high percentage shots.
High percentage shots. Yeah, they've made more dunks than Arkansas did, is what you're telling me? Tennessee did right there?
They did.
Yeah.
This halftime report is presented by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Imagine getting $150,000 for 1 year of epic adventures in a new Dodge Hellcat, and you don't even have to quit your day job. Dodge has created the sweetest gig ever, aka Chief Donut Maker. You'll go from Dodge fan to Dodge ambassador. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and anyone can apply. You just need to show you have the drive. Are you our new chief donut maker?
Having a 5G phone that's not on T-Mobile makes as much sense as playing ice hockey. Using pool noodles. Get out of the penalty box with 5G coverage like this. T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places than anyone. T-Mobile, more 5G bars in more places. Another reason T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
This is a community of selfless leaders and lifelong learners, backed by Orange every step of the way. This is the University of Tennessee. We give our all to discovery, to creativity, to each other. The world needs volunteers now more than ever, willing to step forward, light the way, and do whatever it takes. It takes a volunteer.
Here we go. All the best in sports.
He's gone.
Yeah, you've got it.
He scored. Time to celebrate.
All your favorite teams? Just find your squads and we'll do the recording for you, so you never have to sweat.
Oh, this is going to be a big night.
All the biggest games, we found them for you. Just tune to Channel 205.
What a catch.
Can't stay home? Take your games with you. And the most live sports in 4K HDR, including the most NBA games in 4K.
Unbelievable!
DirecTV, we do sports.
When you use Constant Contact, prepare accordingly. Let's win this with email marketing and more to drive your business forward. Try it free at ConstantContact.com.
Ever hear the expression, easy as pie? Well, pie isn't always easy. You know what is always easy? Getting a credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream. It's easier than pie. Way easier.
Apply now at TryLightstream.com for your discount.
Welcome back to the State Farm Halftime Report. Dari, Patrick, Shuda, Auburn, #1 team in all the land, taking on Texas A&M, trying to bounce back from that midweek loss, and Walker Kessler was just a beast inside.
He controlled everything in there. If he's not blocking shots, he's affecting how you shoot it. Good defensive rebounding team as well.
This is not what a team on a 7-game losing streak needs to deal with. It is Walker Kessler, who puts Auburn up by 20 at that point. How about 12 points, 11 rebounds, 12 blocks, his second triple-double of the season for Kessler.
Yeah, you know, first half, the physicality got the better of me. So at halftime, I really just tried to focus on, you know, being more physical, and ended up with the stats I had.
And you all held Texas A&M. You had them tie their season low for the scoring output. How would you describe this team defense?
Yeah, you know, we got some pesky guards up front. You know, I mean, they get so many steals and just like a pest on the end. You got Dylan and I in the backcourt, you know, making sure near the backboard that we're protected.
A&M. How about Florida on the road at Rupp to face Kentucky? Cats have won 5 straight, Gators 4 in a row. Oscar Tshiebwe sticks with it. Look at the Gators around him. Everybody but Patrick Young was there.
Oh, man.
Caught watching.
Gosh.
Oh. But you shoot it, you are the first one to know, usually where if you miss it, where.
Oof. How about 27 points, 19 rebounds? That's a day, folks, for Tshiebwe. And then Davion Mintz for 3. Kentucky pulls away in the second half, wins it by 21.
They made 10 threes.
They're pretty tough to beat when they do that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. Georgia, South Carolina. 11 straight wins in the series for South Carolina coming into this one. Eric Stevenson 3, then
just throw it. Just throw it.
He's Sean Bryant.
Just throw it.
Anywhere up in the stratosphere, he'll get it.
He's explosive. He's fun to watch when he plays. When he plays well and he's engaged, South Carolina really can compete with anybody.
Stevenson 3. Then Wildens Levac.
Okay, Brockton Boxer.
There you go.
Running the lane.
South Carolina 12 straight against Georgia. Hey, this just in. If Pippen goes for 11 points in the second half, he will retake the league lead in scoring over J.D. Nothman.
Those old shirts smelled as funky as they looked. At Cricket, we re-engineered vintage style. Softer fabrics, modern fits. Old school done better.
Imagine the benefits of fasting without the hunger.
Introducing Prolon, a revolutionary patented nutrition program that nourishes, rejuvenates, and curbs hunger.
I have so many clients that will say to me, tell me what my options are. And my answer is always, well, there's only one option, and that's Prolon. It really is the only program in the world that mimics a fast.
To learn more, go to ProlonFast.com. Save 25% and receive 20 free fasting bars on your first order. Prolon, the fast that lets you eat.
Selling on Poshmark is crazy simple. All you have to do is post a picture, add a description, add a price, and you're pretty much good to go. Right now I'm selling Air Jordans and Nikes and Adidas, anything really performance related or style related.
Download the free Poshmark app now.
The hot spots and pressure points on your mattress could be why you were tossing and turning last night, leaving you tired with aches and pains. But don't buy a new mattress. Upgrade it with the premium mattress topper by Dormeo. It transforms your mattress into a luxurious sleeping surface. It's the only topper in the world with patented OctaSpring technology, providing incredible pressure point relief and advanced breathability, so you don't wake up hot. Head to Dormeo.com now for a special TV offer that's only available at Dormeo.com. That's Dormeo.com.
What's my safe light story? I see inspiration right through my glass. So when my windshield cracked, I chose Safe Light. They replaced the glass and recalibrated my safety system. That's service I can trust.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Anybody that feels that their energy reserves are not what they used to be, True Nitrogen slowly builds energy in your cells. It's like beast mode for your cells. I'm Shannon Sharp, and I'm a true believer.
You wonder how they do it. You look to see the knack. You watch the foot in action, or the shoulder, or the back.
That's good. Let's try it
One more time. But when you spot the answer, where the higher glamours lurk, that most of it is practice, and the rest of it is work.
Point lead for Tennessee, looking for a 9th straight win over their in-state rival. Halfway there, best could be a couple of threes, second half straight ahead.
This halftime report is presented by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Did you finally use that exercise bike as a place to hang your sweaters? Or did you put up a positive quote that's only missing a few letters? So sweet, unique. Baby, there's nothing better. I bet you probably done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper. Did you find the perfect streaming package for your brand new smart TV?
We even saved a couple bucks.
Actually, we're losing money. That's okay. Everyone's done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper.
Tommy John has been dedicated to elevating underwear for over a decade. Now, we're proud to reveal our most premium men's underwear yet. This is Apollo. All new, ultra breathable, rigorously tested for durability, and enhanced with exclusive dry release tech. We've upgraded the softness and the level of comfort, so don't be surprised if your confidence is upgraded too. Experience high end for your rear end at TommyJohn.com and get 20% off your first order.
We picture the student athlete for the drive, the dunk, the dime. But look closer. There is more. The budding philanthropist, the loving son, the multilingual, the nonprofit MBA, the outdoorsman, and the outspoken. More than students, more than athletes.
I still think I can sell the car myself. This is going to take all day. And I have big plans. Brunch, bubble bath.
At WeBuyAnyCar.com, selling your vehicle is always fast and fair.
And a nice pedicure.
All done.
Don't trade in or sell by yourself. Go to WeBuyAnyCar.com now for a free online valuation. Get in, get out, get paid.
If you thought you saw it all in the first half, we got little tiny chihuahuas doing some crazy, I don't know what he's doing there, but it's excellent, balance. Talk about footwork. That's it right there. Let me tell you, my friend.
Yeah, and 00 is going to get the money for it. Well done. Just
that's smart.
Do what you got to do.
Capitalism here. Dane Bradshaw, Kevin Fitzgerald with you. I mean, Tennessee's up by 12. Very fluid on both ends of the floor. It wasn't like Vandy had a bad shooting day in that first half. Just a little too many mistakes in that first half.
Yeah, I thought Tennessee was the aggressor. They got everything they wanted offensively, and they are at their best when they are sharing the basketball. This is a team that's 10th in the country because they get 63% of their makes off assists. That's what ranks them 10th nationally, and it was no different in the first half. Vanderbilt must do a better job of not over-helping, rotating quicker, and guarding their man. But aside from all that, Kevin, I mean, this is a Vanderbilt team that I think it was just more about a mentality halftime speech from Jerry Stackhouse that says, wait a minute, guys, this is not the team that I've seen beat BYU, go on the road, beat Arkansas. They beat LSU. You better find that mentality and that confidence that got us to this point as one of the surprise teams in league play and bottle it up and show it in the second half, because I think it was just a mentality thing that was a big advantage to Tennessee.
Should be a good second half with Dane, Bradshaw, Collinsworth, Kevin Fitzgerald with you. Everybody thinks you sound like Collins. We asked Rick Barnes, because of how Dane preps. He's like, no, it's just the voice.
Yeah,
that's all. Not his superior, preparation.
Yeah.
A block. Here's Vandy on the run. Let's see if Jordan Wright can get going in this second half. Chapman cut off. Look, I don't see it. I don't buy it, this whole sound like Collinsworth thing. We'll see.
Whatever people like, I'll go with. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, I'm not agreeing with it. If you do like it, I'll say yeah.
Vanderbilt went 5 out of 13 make it from deep in that first half. Offline on the first look in half number 2. Trailed by as many as 13. The Commodores were down just at arm's length away for almost the entirety of that half. Ooh, that's a rare air ball from Josiah Jordan-James.
A good defense by Vanderbilt there. And again, without Kamwa in the lineup, who's out for the season, Melora Brown, 42 and black, can just hang out in the paint. They don't have to respect the 5-man for Tennessee, so that allows you to protect the rim and not have to worry about the pop of the 5-man.
And Melora Brown, he is the 6'10 junior from Virginia. Only played a few minutes in that first half. He's searching. Right drive and kick. Studi, little indecisive. Now it's Wright using that wide frame. And Huntley Hatfield knocked it to the right man. Vescovy. James bumped. Really bumped all the way toward the Rowdies. First foul on Vandy this half.
I thought Wright turned down a corner open 3. He's just not been able to get anything off the bounce. With that big frame, he's usually able to get some separation, bump guys around, but James matches that strength. He's got to turn, he can't turn down those open looks.
Vescovy, yes.
He's just so good. He's been phenomenal from 3-point range. He's a driver. As this young freshman backcourt was learning the ropes early in the season, he was the one reliable guy on the perimeter Barnes could count on.
He's actually gotten better from deep. He's making about 3.5 per game in SEC play. That's more than his season average. Now Pippen, strong. Chandler, what's the cut? Yeah, offensive foul.
Tough night for Chandler so far. Has not been able to get anything going offensively. That's now going to be his 3rd personal foul. Here he is trying to push in transition. And not too many people can take a charge on Chandler in the open court like that. But Pippen, so aware, stays put, gets the call.
I mean, in a sense, that play knocked out Tennessee starting point guard, who goes for 13.5 a game. His 3rd in the SEC, 5 assists per game, and Chandler he's been sitting down for much of this one. Pippen off balance. That is sweet.
And he likes the matchup with Ziegler. He feels like he can Not be bothered with the speed, take his time and shoot over.
Steven Anderson says it was last touched by Vandy.
This is just an ISO. It just says, hey, I'm going to get to where I want, body you up a little bit, take my time, step back, splash.
Again, that is next level. That's KD-like in a sense. Of course, not as tall, but the moves. Next level moves for Scottie Pippen Jr. Vescovi goes behind the back. Pounded by Pippen. Turns the corner. Improvises. Ziegler for three. Splash! Largest lead. It's up to 16 for Tennessee. It continues to grow. James is all over the shorter Pippen. Joe Lindsay says a foul on the drive.
Well, he's such a terrific passer. He's going to have to name this the Mona Lisa. It's like seeing everything. My gosh, he could see in the corner, the opposite corner, the kick out. He's always looking for that baseline corner three. His man is not there, and he still doesn't feel like he's stuck in the air. Ziegler knocks it down, but that's all Vescovi.
You know, and with his body, you know, it's fading out of bounds away from Ziegler, but that thing came out with some heat as well.
Well, he knows where his teammates are going to be, and they were actually, whoever was in the corner was late getting to that hammer pass, baseline corner, and he just calmly sinks it out to the top of the key. Ziegler in the right spot.
The evolution of Santiago Vescovi. And, whoa, Huntley Hatfield. Well, that was not Vescovi-like. He thought James was in one spot. He was going the other way. Turnover.
And when you got a good opponent on the ropes like this, up 14, you just can't have those careless passes. And Rick Barnes has a short leash for that, as you see. Huntley Hatfield out of the game.
That's the 6th Tennessee turnover, so it has taken care of the basketball. Vandy has as well, only 7 turnovers. Got to get rolling. Boy, bombs away, Miles Stute.
Beautiful set play by the Commodores there. Both defenders went to the roll man. Stute pops out. He's been hot.
Yep, 9 points on 3 triples for Miles Stute. He scored a double figures 3 out of the last 4, turning into a more potent scorer of late for Jerry Stackhouse. Fulkerson, he gets that basketball really high up there, this time off to the right. Right, just the 2 points in the first half.
There you go.
Hey, there's the change that Vanderbilt needs. Back-to-back triples, and can their second leading scorer get going? Jordan Wright.
He's capable from 3, and so if the defense is taking away the drive, make them respect that.
8-0 Vanderbilt run after falling down by 16. So they cut that deficit in half in about a minute and a half. Fulkerson 0 of 2. 2 decent looks. He can hit at least one of those.
And you want to see why Barnes was so irate? That careless, unforced error of the turnover when Tennessee had it rolling. Vanderbilt got a break. 6-0 since then.
Now Stute, a 4th? He's got 4 triples, and he's letting Uroš Plavšić know it.
And he's got some swagger to him and confidence. This is the Commodore team that has surprised the SEC so far. Tennessee forced to call a timeout.
Man, Stute was right in the middle of a lot of those theatrics a few weeks back. He's got some words for that Tennessee bench. Vescovi, he says, hey, get back over to your side. We got the fireworks going now.
Yeah, this is the rivalry we wanted. Chippiness, guys being separated heading into timeout. And here's why they're getting separated, because Vanderbilt has some confidence thanks to the Stute triples. He has been hot from 3, and Wright says, I'll join your partner.
You put the sandwich in the dip. Brisket, bacon, beef, and Swiss. You put the sandwich in the dip. Brisket, bacon, beef, and Swiss. You put the sandwich in the dip. Brisket, bacon, beef, and Swiss. You put Arby's. We have the meat.
Welcome to Allstate. Here, safe driving saves more than just your cargo. Safe driving saves you 40% with DriveWise. Click or call for a quote today.
It's true. Everyone gets a free new Samsung Galaxy S22 with a Galaxy trade-in. Any year, any condition.
Really? Even if my old phone looks like this?
Dude,
why?
How could you? It's okay, people. I've trained for this.
It's not complicated. Everyone gets a free new Samsung Galaxy S22 with the Galaxy trade-in. Any year, any condition.
Complete nutrition made simple. Very simple. It's for those of us looking for one thing with all the best things. 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients. One scoop, one glass. Comprehensive and convenient daily nutrition made for just about everybody. AG1 by Athletic Greens. Welcome to Essentialist Nutrition.
All of a sudden, a 5-point game. Vanderbilt was down by 16. Dane, it's gone on an 11-0 run. This rivalry, we were trying to warn you pregame. It's heated up this year between Vandy and Tennessee. A lot of jawing, a lot of pushing and shoving. Last time these two met in January. So take a look at this. Studi hits the three and says, Plopchich, I just hit that one. You see me?
Plopchich will talk a little bit too, and here's the pushing and shoving. But it all starts with Studi, really. I mean, this is a guy, I asked Coach Stockhouse yesterday on our Zoom call, I said, hey, do you kind of need a guy like that that chirps a lot on your team and talks a little trash to, earn you some respect? He goes, look, I'm good with it as long as he does his job first. So far, he's got his priorities straight in this game with a few triples to keep Vanderbilt in it, and now seeing if he can't get in Tennessee's head somewhat, as Vanderbilt on a huge run since that careless Tennessee turnover.
Well, and he had a couple of exclamations, a couple of words for the Tennessee bench as well, right after the timeout call. Studi on Meshack. Ziegler out there as well. Vescovy takes a seat. He was also a little angsty after that sequence a moment ago. And Studi is going to get whistled for the push. Meshack went soaring out of bounds. And there's Plopchich.
Yeah, he's reminding Studi he missed a box out for sure.
Timeout on the floor, 14:27 to go. The in-state rivalry heating up. 5-point game.
Swimming takes a combination of effort and focus. Every breath, every stroke, every movement must be deliberate. One day you realize, instead of feeling tired, you feel strong. That's what Regions Private Wealth Management provides. We're intentional about every detail of your financial plan,
so you can embrace life's moments while planning for your future.
The future of health is not a thing that tracks your heart rate night and day, that gives you the most accurate sleep data, that tracks your heart rate during your workout, that predicts your period a month early and alerts you a week before it starts, that senses your blood oxygen levels, that knows when you might be feeling unwell, even before you do, that's water resistant up to 330 feet. The future of health is you.
Those old shirts smelled as funky as they looked. At Cricket, we re-engineered vintage style. Softer fabrics, modern fits. Old school done better.
Selling on Poshmark is crazy simple. All you have to do is post a picture, add a description, add a price, and you're pretty much good to go. Right now I'm selling Air Jordans and Nikes and Adidas, anything really performance related or style related.
Download the free Poshmark app now.
In-state rivalry, my friend. Tennessee up by 5. They've won 9 straight. Vandy hasn't beaten this team in 5 years. Always good when these two get together. And we have seen some quality games. You see, and you were talking about this as well earlier. Tennessee has assisted on 11 of its 15 made baskets. If there's one thing I know about Dame Bradshaw, the man loves a good assist to turnover rate. He loves the assist to turnover rate. Man, we're throwing it back to your days at Tennessee. I got you in this Vanderbilt series. You played them twice a year. 3-1 assist to turnover rate against the Commodore. That's not bad.
Hey, there you
not
go.
Not bad, man.
I had the double-double. I'll take that. That looks like it might be a typo, but who am I to correct the graphics? But, yeah, assist to turnover ratio, I'll take it. But here's what I'll say what I remember about the rivalry, more than the stats, because I don't remember any of that stuff.
15 assists. That's a good game, man.
Players might have different, different teams that they feel like they hated the most, this or that. I can tell you, there was not one team that I felt like hated us more than Vanderbilt and their fans. And I think that's true in this rivalry, whether it's football, baseball, softball. Nobody wants to beat Tennessee more than Vanderbilt.
Great pass, Powell to Fulkerson for 2, so that cuts off the Vanderbilt 9-0 or make it 11-0 run. You got those Commodores back today going, man, you let that guy Bradshaw get a double-double. You got to bring it next game. You guys had some success against them in those prior years, and you can feel that aura bubbling over again today. Pippen, he was leaning, wanted it to drop. Instead, 2 free throws coming.
Well, right on cue, the sharing of the basketball by Tennessee is Justin Powell. Drive, draw, beautiful dish. Fulkerson doing such a good job just going up quickly, keeping it high. And then on the other end, just so much easier said than done to guard Pippen without fouling. As a reminder, this guy is 5th in the country at getting to the free throw line. And to be doing that late in the season when the scouting report is out and everybody knows that's been watching Pippen, knows what he's going to do, and you still can't stop taking the bait. Just so crafty.
And now 5 out of 7 from the line. By the way, speaking of assists, Stacia Patterson, our producer, gets one. We had to throw you off the scent there about what we were doing coming out of break.
I'll get you guys back at some point. Don't worry. This isn't our last game this season.
Hey, I thought we were doing something kind there. Jeez, now he wants revenge.
Well, Vanderbilt catching Tennessee off guard a little bit. Careless turnover there after a little pressure shown by the Commodores.
Laura Brown, Chapman, Pippen Jr., Wright.
Oh, Mouse in the house. They got to get right.
Ziegler was covering him momentarily. Pippen, that one poked away. Meshack and James were there for the pressure. Ziegler, the right-hand dribble. Swing it to Powell. Rises for 3. And he tracks down the offensive rebound. Tennessee now +6 in that category.
He's had a few good looks, has Powell. I mean, that's what he's in the game to do, is knock down the open shot. He's got to start hitting some of those. This 24 and white, very capable shooter.
0 of 2 from deep. He's yet to hit from the field. Well, Meshack he had thoughts of taking off there and looked like he just stumbled. And so a turnover, ball back to Vandy.
Just some sloppy basketball by Tennessee, some uncharacteristic turnovers. And as well as Tennessee has been playing offensively the past couple of weeks, Tennessee fans that have followed this program know that their offense can disappear at times. So they're worried about one of these long scoring droughts where Vanderbilt's starting to be in control despite down 5.
Looks like the ball is moving a little better on this side of the floor for Vanderbilt as well. Reach-in foul on Ziegler. That's his first. Well, now Tennessee has been whistled for 4 team fouls. They only turned it over 4 times in that first half. And barely 8 minutes into the second, they've given it to Vandy 4 times. Huntley Hatfield, the late sub. James gets a blow. Terran Frank, number 15 in black. Jerry wanted him to get the ball to Melora Brown. Stackhouse loves what Frank, the energy, brings off the bench. Pippen on Ziegler. Got it back. Right hand. No, that's just good awareness.
Oh, man. He gave Huntley Hatfield a ball fake, thinking he was getting kicked out to the corner. Great job by Pippen.
15, with it. Yep, 15 points for the junior. That's a game high. The second leading scorer in the SEC gets whistled for his second personal.
Ziegler has great defense, getting posted up. Pippen tries to take advantage. Nope. And then ball fake. Oh, Huntley Hatfield. Now you see me, now you don't. That's just a crafty play by a veteran.
And Dane Pippen and the Commodores in close range here. The closest this game has been since the 16-minute mark of the first half. Powell follows, third chance, maybe one more. Rebound down to Frank.
But luck out there. That's the one area Commodores have been great in the second half. Just 2 second chance points in this half, whereas in the first half, they were down 13-1 in that category. They fixed that since halftime.
15-2, an extended Vanderbilt run over the last 5 minutes of 3 could knot things up. 6 to shoot, Pippen. Bumping into Ziegler, barging in, banks it in. Now 17 for Pippen.
We've seen that multiple times. They are comfortable with that matchup. Tennessee might want to start sending a double, make somebody else beat them.
Nice. Fulkerson. Oh, that is the traditional up and under, and the old school three-point play coming for the old wise man himself. John Fulkerson into double figures, and Tennessee back ahead by 3.
Pippen's gonna shoot over the smaller defender. And why this works for Fulkerson is he's been shooting it quick. Now they respect that. Now your pump fake works. Good job by Tendon White. Ball's in for a battle. Commodore's not going away.
Pre-crafted with chef-inspired marinades. But how do I know it's fresh?
It's every Saturday. We should really put up a sign.
Maury's. Find it in the freezer aisle.
Are you thinking of protecting your family with life insurance? Of course not. You don't have time with soccer practice, homework, and a full-time job. I was the same way before I found Ethos. There's no med exams or obligation to purchase. With some health questions and a fast, easy online application, you can get same-day coverage on affordable policies from top-rated carriers. 10 minutes could protect your family for as little as $10 per month. To get a quote in seconds, go to ethoslife.com.
Show the world what it means to be an SEC fan at Fanatics.com. The largest assortment of officially licensed SEC fan gear anywhere. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com. Officially licensed everything.
The number one question I get is, what makes Curology better?
Powerful ingredients prescribed for you in a custom skincare formula.
And 9 out of 10 users say Curology is effective. Curology, made for you, made to work. Try 30 days free at Curology.com.
Zakai Ziegler, he's been Iron Man in a sense for Tennessee. Having a good game tonight, up by 3. It's gotten closer. Vanderbilt previously on that 15-2 run with Dane Bradshaw, Kevin Fitzgerald with you. Hey, special day today. We've got the wristbands. It is Donate Life, the Donate Life game inside Thompson Bowling Arena. Really, it's a call to action for those who aren't registered as organ donors, as tissue donors, to do so. It can help save a life. It helped save that man's life. Everybody around Knoxville and Vol Nation knows Tom Sokoviak, the fantastic sports information director, fantastic person as well. Dane, a couple of years ago, he was in need of a liver transplant, and luckily, he would have the chance to get that back in October of 2018. It helped change his life. It helped save his life, and he was kind of the man behind the initiative today, the Donate Life initiative. And the great news here is that a fantastic person like Tom is still with us because of an event like today.
He's so inspiring, and that story is absolutely remarkable. Another props to Mike Wilson. Look that one up. But Tom said,
yes.
Hey, look, you don't understand the guilt that comes with being the recipient, knowing that you're alive because someone else isn't. So I want to do something to raise awareness, and that's what this game is all about. idea couldn't have been born by a better person than Tom.
He loves this university. The university and Vol Nation, I think we all know, loves him. An authentic, caring person. And we almost have to apologize. Maybe the secret's out a little more. I know Tom, he doesn't
want credit.
Right,
Yeah,
as humble as possible, right? Extremely humble and full of humility. Wants this to be known as just a Tennessee event in a sense, and you know, it's certainly grown over the years since the life-changing incident, the life-changing liver transplant for Tom. So,
and he gets the call the day of SEC Media Days. Of all days,
right.
He has to call Coach Barnes. He says, Coach, I finally got my call. Coach says, you better not be coming to Birmingham. Get your butt over there.
Exactly.
October 17th, and then the next day, he's getting the transplant.
Dane, we're coming up on the halfway mark of this second half, the rivalry game. Round 2. Tennessee won the first 68-60 on January 18th. The Vols were up by as many as 16 in this half. Thomas's 3 would have cut it back to a 1-point game, but still, the Commodores in striking distance.
Chandler back in the game for Tennessee, picked up that 3rd foul. They have to have him contributing in the second half to hold off the Commodores.
0 points. He hasn't scored. He averages 13.5 a game. Vic Bailey with 8 to shoot. Fulkerson had that pretty 3-point play a few moments ago. Terran Frank done a good job on the glass. That's his 2nd rebound in finite minutes today. Tennessee basketball. It was off of Thomas's hands.
That's terrific hustle by Bailey, whose minutes have been up and down. Played really well in that loss against Texas. Doesn't always know when he's going to get his opportunity, but you see why he gets some minutes there with terrific defense and denial, forcing the turnover.
Vescovy. Bailey kept it alive. James secures the offensive rebound. Extra pass, Bailey. Spins on Frank. Left-hand scoop. Rebound down to Robbins. Just that extra pressure. It makes Vanderbilt defend for 10-15 more seconds. This time got away with it. You got no Scottie Pippen Jr. on the floor, and it has been difficult for Vanderbilt to run some offense. Now Stackhouse was asking, or at least pleading his case, saying there's a lot of physicality out there, and Vescovy's whistled for what will be his 4th personal.
It looked like a good denial here. I think Joe Lindsay may have seen a little bit of a hold on the backside, but to me, I think Vescovy's right there denying the reversal. But they're getting him with a little bit of a hold on Chapman's off arm.
He's starting to get underneath Chapman's skin. That's 4 fouls on Vescovy.
Well, that's huge. And they haven't gone to it much this game, but typically the lineup Rick Barnes likes to close the game out with Ziegler, Vescovy, Chandler, Josiah Jordan-James, and then whichever 5-man's playing the best. And right now, some of that foul trouble for Vescovy. Chandler not in a rhythm this game. So it's going to have to be other guys for Tennessee that's helping close this out.
That's an animated Jerry Stackhouse, who does not get very animated often. So now I think the officials are going to the monitor because Chapman, well, at the tail end of that play, Chapman, you know, kind of said to Vescovy, get off. He shoved him a little bit. He extended the left arm. If Stackhouse is that incredulous here, that may be why they're going to the monitor.
Come on, let's play ball.
Yeah,
if that's the case. Yeah.
Well, I think the only way you could go to the monitor is if you're looking to see if there was contact to the, the head or neck area. There doesn't appear there's anything you could add on to this play or add on to the sequence after the foul call on Vescovy. Actually, you just signaled that. Were you saying maybe a hook and hold?
If they could do that, we have not gotten the communication yet from the officials. I don't know. Usually the hook and hold's on a rebound type play.
Right. That's seldom called as well recently. Remember, that was an initiative a couple of years ago. And Rob Rourke just delivered the news to Jerry that there was nothing. I think Steven's going to come over and give us. So Steven Anderson just explained nothing, no extracurricular or nothing else that you can adjudicate, officiate here, no hook and hold, so let's play on.
Yep. And you're right, they were reviewing the push by Chapman afterwards, but play on, I like the call. Took probably a little bit longer than the officials wanted or the fans wanted, but gave Jerry Stackhouse a chance to talk to his team down 4.
And the only thing you could add on there is a flagrant 1 or 2. If there was contact to the head. Terran Frank, whoa, man, that was way long. Rebound down to Fulkerson. Chandler eyes up, peels out. Tennessee by 4, been a little bit of a lull. It's been a 3-4 point game for several minutes, not much scoring. We've seen more misses of late. Chandler going backdoor instead. Ziegler. Robbins whistled for the foul. That's the first on the 7-footer from Davenport, Iowa. That's the 6th team foul on Vanderbilt. So Tennessee is in the bonus on the next whistle. Ziegler from 15. Zakai Ziegler, the freshman from Long Island. Minimal expectations for this young buck coming into the season, and he has endeared himself as one of Vol Nation's favorites. He's got 13, he's got the home team back up by 6. Shane Dezzoni smothered, a near turnover, and it is.
Well, you'd love to get some extra points on your baseline out of play, baseline out of bounds play, and Ziegler just comes off that screen. Nice pass by Chandler, finishes it off. And then the complimentary basketball on the other end. Victor Bailey has given them a nice spark in their half-court defense.
This is 6 straight, by the way, for Ziegler in double figures, averaging more than 13 a game that stretch, way above his season average. The unflappable freshman. Inside of 8 minutes. 2-possession lead. Robbins this time bats it away.
Boy, that is a good play by a 7'4" guy to be able to have the agility to bat that away.
He was calling for it a moment ago. Chapman works off his screen. Too much underneath it. Ziegler. That's a reach-in foul on Chapman, and not the smartest. 1-1 for Tennessee. When we return, Ziegler saying, get up. 6-point lead for the home team.
Ronnie Hogue, the first African-American men's basketball scholarship athlete at Georgia, broke barriers and records. In the early 1970s, Hogue put on a legendary performance in his junior season against LSU, scoring 46 points, a mark that still stands as the highest single game total in Stegman Coliseum. SEC Network honors Ronnie Hogue and celebrates Black history always.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Boston muscles in. When you're feeling it, you're feeling it.
Guys up.
right hug makes all the difference. Michelin wiper blades with advanced technology hug your windshield like our tires hug the road. For better visibility, see clearly, drive safely.
A must in your medicine cabinet. Less sick days.
Cold coming on? Zicam is the #1 cold shortening brand.
Highly recommended.
Zyfans love Zicam's unique zinc formula.
It shortens colds.
Zicam Zinc That Cold.
Small business owners know they've got to be prepared for anything.
You gotta be prepared!
And when you use Constant Contact, prepare accordingly. Let's send this. Let's sell this. Let's win this. With email marketing and more to drive your business forward. Try it free at ConstantContact.com.
Remember, Monday night is our next SEC Inside doubleheader. It grants you all access pass to the Tennessee Lady Vols women's basketball program at 9. Then the inside look at this Vandy men's team. That follows at 9:30. Just terrific insight. Coaches, players mic'd up. Sound from behind the scenes right here on the SEC Network and on the ESPN app. Big one for... well, the Lady Vols, I should say, tomorrow in action against Vanderbilt. That's right here on the SEC Network at 12. The Lady Vols 13th in the nation. Tennessee number 19. Hey, we get this in one last time, because I don't think we're going to be able to say it beyond Monday. The SEC #1 team in both the men's and women's.
That's right.
AP polls, but not for long, I suppose. Auburn did bounce back with a win today after... That's a loss to a future top 25 team, I would think, in Arkansas. Chandler misfires from 3, so even on a cold night for Chandler, heck, he hasn't even taken that many shots. He's only 0 of 3 from the field. Tennessee still in control, up by 7, coming up on the 7-minute mark. Wright spins right to the rack. He's fouled, and the junior has 2 free throws.
Tennessee's tried to keep Vanderbilt off the free throw line. Good job by Wright there. Good spin move. His straight line drives just haven't been there. He's continued to attack. Just 9 of 13, whereas Tennessee 16 of 24. So if you can win the free throw battle against Vanderbilt, you feel pretty good about your chances.
Yep.
But this Commodore defense in the second half has been really tough.
He splits a pair there. 10 made free throws for the Commodores. You're right, they're about 5 short of their average. It's a 6-point game. First points for Vanderbilt in 4.5 minutes. Ziegler on the pull-up. That's a loose ball foul, and it's against Tennessee. So back-to-back personals on Fulkerson.
This is the thing that's just so odd for Tennessee. They've gotten good looks. All right, you got Ziegler pulling up from 15. You got Chandler wide open for a 3. We've seen some other guys with some open looks. They can explode for 44 in one half and then be held to 14 in the second half. And I get a lot of that has to do with Vanderbilt's defense. But it's just one of those things where you don't always know what you're going to get from Tennessee offensively. With that said, their defense keeps them in games to survive these scoring droughts, but it sure does put a lot of pressure on that half-court defense.
Both teams in the bonus, so Studi is at the line. 77% free throw shooter. Boy, he has really taken a significant leap this year. The sophomore from D.C. has blossomed into one of the Commodores' more reliable three-point shooters. You know, there were times last year Jerry Stackhouse really pushed him. He knew what he was capable of. He's taken a big leap in year 2. He's got the visitors within 4. But there you go. Now 12 out of 17 from the line, and those attempts are only going to continue to rise. Chandler back to Ziegler. Boy, open again for 3. The ball movement crisp, and it pays off.
Yeah, it gets multiple sides, multiple reversals, drive, draw, dish. Great shot by Ziegler.
16 points for Ziegler. That's a Tennessee high tonight. Pippen, no look. Chapman for three. This is a big one. And the answer. Rodney Chapman just canned Vanderbilt's 9th three, and they're 41% from deep, keeping them in this thing.
That was huge. As you mentioned, keep it to 4. Keep the fans in their seats. Don't let Tennessee get any of this momentum.
A Tennessee lead was once as large as 16. 2-possession game now. James, not that time.
That's the look you want. James very capable of making that, just been a little bit off from mid-range.
All fight, determination in this Vanderbilt team. Wright got stripped, and Melora Brown is going to have to pay for the transgression now. 1-1 on the other end.
Normally,
so
I don't like
errors.
Normally, I don't like a no-pass offensive set, but Wright felt like he had that mismatch to try to back down Ziegler. Just not strong enough with the ball, leading to the turnover. Fulkerson grabbing it. And here he is. Ziegler gets a paw on him. Maybe it was Fulkerson. Either way, Fulkerson creating some activity there, gets the ball. This has been one of the best SEC games John Fulkerson's played, kind of quietly. 12 points, 4 boards. More importantly, they've been better when he's in the game. And there's been times this year where you weren't sure of that. There's no question in this one. He's been good.
Hey, Tennessee has missed 9 free throws now. So it's an empty possession in a sense. Pippen off the screens. Fulkerson, Chandler right there to swarm him. Weaves in, count it! Pippen has got one more. Boy, Joe, so creative, intuitive, weaving his way for an and one.
He's a referee's nightmare. I mean, Chandler says, what more can I do? He's got his hand straight up, but the problem was that right hand wasn't straight up the entire time. He puts it right over, just ever so slightly into the shooting pocket, and Pippen takes advantage once again.
Misfires on the free throw, and oh, he gets called for his 4th foul. And Pippen is not someone who gets too animated either. And right there, he's incredulous.
Well, we've seen a few frustration fouls. This is not the first time that the Commodores have fouled 90 feet away from the basket. So it's one thing to try to surprise the opponent and get a quick steal. It's another to gamble. Commodore's been caught a couple times here in recent minutes.
That's a critical 4th foul. You got to leave him in, though.
Oh, yeah, of course. And look, your half-court defense been good. Don't give Tennessee any freebies if you're Vanderbilt. They've been off. Other than Ziegler, there had been much going from beyond the arc. Don't allow Tennessee to get to the stripe.
James goes 2 for 2. 5-minute mark, 4-point game. Pippen, right in, no, tipped, Fulkerson bounces it to Vescovy. Fulkerson's effort and sacrifice. It's the appreciation from the crowd. Vescovy back in, remember he's playing with 4 fouls. It's the Uruguayan, Ziegler, Chandler, James, Fulkerson. Vescovy, rise and fire, no. Looked good, was just a little long. James with another offensive rebound. Chandler with his first basket, a timely one. Pippen's got an avenue into the paint, right? Little hesitant. Jordan Wright. Ziegler snatches it away. Eyes up. Chandler to the rack. Yes! (6-0) Tennessee run. Vanderbilt must respond. Wright is open for 3. Fulkerson the strong board. That's his 6th.
Kevin, we said before, this is the lineup that doesn't start the game, but the one Barnes wants to finish the game. Vescovi comes in, things change. He is plus 20 when he's on the court for the Vols.
It's fantastic. James with the offensive rebounds. Fulkerson on the defensive glass. Alora Brown cuts him off. Coming up on the 3-minute mark. Chandler reverse. Got it! Kennedy Chandler has ignited. 8-0 Tennessee run game.
He's been quiet all game. He's been frustrated. He's been in foul trouble, but he has not quit. Kennedy Chandler attacks the rim. And then on the baseline, you just can't teach this. The one-hand go-go gadget arms, 6'7" wingspan coming in handy for the freshman. Thompson Bowling Arena, loving it.
You won't faze me. Unlike Zyrtec, Allegra won't make me drowsy.
And Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin.
So when allergies attack,
take Allegra before your symptoms take over you. And for congestion relief, find Allegra D at your pharmacy.
It's true. Everyone gets a free new Samsung Galaxy S22 with a Galaxy trade-in. Any year, any condition.
Really? Even if my old phone looks like this? Dude, why?
How could you? It's okay, people. I've trained for this.
It's not complicated. Everyone gets a free new Samsung Galaxy S22 with the Galaxy trade-in. Any year, any condition.
Hello, friends. Al Purnell here, the Sausage Man. We've been making the best country sausage in these parts for generations.
For over 80 years, it's been our family's privilege to offer you Purnell's Old Folks Country Sausage just like my granddaddy made.
And that's the way we still make it, including lean cuts of the whole hog. We make it with Italian seasoning, hot, mild.
Purnell's Old Folks Sausage is proud of its heritage and the family of products it offers.
Pick up Purnell's Old Folks Country Sausage at your favorite store. It's good.
I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I can't tell you the last time I looked at my credit card statement. Hi, I'm Yaya, founder of Truebill, a simple app to help you stay on top of your spending, save money, and make sense of your finances. It's an automated accountant for busy people. Download Truebill today.
This may sound mad, but Kentucky isn't heating up. They're on fire. And exacting revenge means taking down a rival.
When these two teams get together, it just means more.
Number 5 Kentucky, number 19 Tennessee. Tuesday at 9 on ESPN.
Welcome to the SEC this year. Hey, Tennessee. Just went on an 8-0 run. You're 3 minutes away from maybe winning your 4th straight game. Good luck. You got Kentucky, the hottest team in the SEC now, coming up on Tuesday. That is going to be a fantastic one. And I think we're going to see that big flag in a couple of days as well.
One of the best offensive performances we've seen by a team this year by the Kentucky Wildcats. They could not miss. On the flip side, Tennessee didn't show them much resistance. I know they welcomed the opportunity at revenge on their home court. Kentucky playing as well as anybody in the league. Tennessee hot as well. And with Auburn dropping one, all of a sudden that game becomes bigger and bigger if either of those teams wants a shot at getting the SEC title and trying to claw back against Auburn, who now only has a 1-game lead over Kentucky.
It's been a great race, a rugged SEC this year. Vanderbilt has to respond. They just watched Tennessee go on an 8-0 run. Miles Studi was electric earlier. He's got 5 triples, so it's back to a 7-point game. That puts an end to the 8-zip run.
Studi's been phenomenal. I mean, just excellent. No hesitation. Catch and stick, playing with so much confidence.
James, a big one. Vescovi got his hands on it, and Studi comes down with the rebound. And Vandy string a couple of buckets together. 2:20 to go. Here's one of the more prolific scorers in the nation. He shovels to Chapman for 3. Vescovi. Boy, he has done a really good job. He has improved his rebounding as well. He goes for 4.5 a game. He's had a couple of critical ones. Remains a 7-point game.
And he just fixes things. Nobody had right. 4 and black cutting down the lane. Vescovi comes over and saves the 2-point shot, then gets the defensive rebound. He is the key to this Tennessee team on both ends.
You like this Tennessee lineup to close this game out?
Anything with Vescovi in it. The kid's plus 24 when he's on the court right now.
Chandler was almost able to spin it in. Leaves the door open, 1:40 to go. Pippen, right at the block, picks up the dribble. Now he's smothered, and he draws the foul on Ziegler. That's the second on Ziegler. 2 free throws coming for very proficient free throw shooter.
Well, it's not going to be on the shot, but as you mentioned, it's in the bonus. And you like this lineup for Tennessee because you got 3 smart, high IQ guards. You don't lose anything when you move Josiah Jordan-James to the 4. He can hold his own, but that time, as smart as Ziegler is, Pippen Jr. outwitted him.
Check that. There's pressure on the first one. Only the 9th team foul, so a 1-and-1. The 21, make it 22, and 6 assists for Pippen. This is going to be his 10th free throw. Top 15 in the nation in free throws made and taken. This is how he gets it done. All of a sudden, a quick 5-0 Vanderbilt run. A competitive second half. It was essentially from the moment Tennessee took a 16-point lead, Vandy got right back in this thing. It's been very compelling since. 90 seconds to go. Chandler, the blow by, the block at the rim. Melora Brown, maybe a game-saving play. Pippen into the paint, lefty scoop, missed it. Had some pressure on the backside, and that may be a critical miss with 1:05 to go.
Yeah, a little surprised Pippen didn't do a 2-foot finish there and throw his body into the defender, try to get an and-one.
Ziegler improvising, lays it up. There's Wright. Pippen eyes up. He's got Studi. He's connected 5 times. Won't be a 6th. Melora Brown kept it alive. Rebound to Chandler with 38.5 on the clock. And there's Melora Brown. He's the 6'10" junior from Virginia. He's clutching it. Yeah, he's got his, clearly got hit in the face on the way down.
Yeah, that's 5'9". Zakai Ziegler against 6'10" Melora Brown, skying for that rebound, creating the loose ball opportunity. Bodies hit the deck.
All right, Dave, this is tonight's Mayhem moment brought to you by, you guessed it, Allstate. A big one here.
Yeah, Chandler just fearless going to the rack, does not settle. And when you see the defender backpedaling, that was the first of 2 big buckets for Chandler, and his speed just can't be matched.
There was a mini 6-0 Kennedy Chandler run in the midst of that 8-zip Tennessee. The run just a couple of minutes ago. Officials at the monitor. Melora Brown clearly got hit in the face previously, but nothing malicious, nothing that needs to be upgraded to a flagrant 1, nothing excessive, so we play on.
Yeah, here it is again. 5'9", 6'10". Ziegler's got some hops, and then as they go to the deck, I think Ziegler's arm hit Melora Brown. You can't go back and call a foul under the official review. You can only upgrade.
Just like what we saw previously. Melora Brown, he's turned this junior season into a really good one. It's been hard to take him off the floor. But Vandy is 5 points short. 38.5 to go. And so how much time you could go for the steal, but then you're going to have to foul. How much time can you give here?
You get it to the half court and you take one chance, but now you got to start extending this game.
Stops the clock, 29.9.
Probably a couple seconds quicker than that, but some pressure is going to be on Tennessee to knock these down, keep extending this lead.
And it's a double bonus, 2 free throws for Josiah Jordan-James. 77 at the line, the assertive leader, one of the leaders of this Tennessee team. One more, and it's a 3-possession game with barely any time left for Vanderbilt.
Well, James has not had his best shooting night, just 2 of 14, but a near double-double. I thought the biggest contribution he made was holding Jordan Wright in check. Vanderbilt's second leading scorer, only 6 on the evening.
Up ahead, Thomas checks the feet, but the momentum carried him out of bounds. And you're going to have to foul Tennessee right now, and if not for a steal, the writing just about on the wall.
That was the right idea. Advanced pass, just slightly out of reach, could not keep it in bounds enough to gather himself. And that's one of your better three-point shooters as well for Vanderbilt.
Vandy needs the steal. It's a must. James hacked from behind. And Wright sends Triple J, who was just 2 of 2 at the stripe a couple of moments ago. And boy, Rick Barnes' team looks as if it is going to withstand all of these Vanderbilt surges. A couple of them late. It was a 2-point game a couple minutes ago. Then Tennessee, foot on the gas, went on an 8-zip run. So reminiscent to the first meeting on January 18th. It was a tie game, 90 seconds left. Tennessee closed the game on an 8-zip run.
Yeah, this is not about the Tennessee Vols being asleep at the wheel or not taking Vanderbilt seriously. This is about the Commodores getting better. In years past, when March came in the SEC tournament, you wanted to face Vanderbilt in the opening round. Not so much. You don't want to see this Commodore team in Tampa. They're growing with confidence, just unable to get the road victory here as Tennessee, with that huge run with the lineup change, with those 3 guards that Barnes loves to close it out with.
Right, Pippen and Studi, especially in the second half, their heroics ultimately will prove not enough. That duo combines for 40, but it's Tennessee. Rocky Top a winner again. Now 10 straight against Vandy, 8-1 over their last 9, and the colossal showdown with Kentucky on Tuesday.
Yeah, you think it's loud now. Wait till Tuesday. Rick Barnes' teams playing their best basketball at the best time. Complimentary not only defense, but offensively starting to find their stroke. Defense won it from this game.
Good stuff, partner. Tennessee now 18-6 overall, 9-3 in SEC play. A fun one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That's all for us in Knoxville. For Dane, I'm Kevin. Let's go to the studio in Charlotte. Here's Dari.